Ursula Carlson, Rhys Mathewson, Asadi, Laura Daniel, and Vaughan Smith. As we look back on the week and ask, have you been paying attention? And now, here's your host, Hayley Sproul.
Tēnā koutou Aotearoa, no mai haere mai. Welcome back to my house for Have You Been Paying Attention at Home? We've got 5 comedians zooming in to be quizzed on this week's news and some very special guest quizmasters, Mark and Kathy Friend from Travel Guides, and later, my old mates Jono and Ben, but tuatahi nei, let's say hello to tonight's cast. We've got Ursula Carlson, Rhys Mathewson, Asadi, Laura Daniel, and a man whose bubble includes 30 farm animals, Vaughan Smith. Kia ora, team.
Hey!
Hey! Hello!
Lovely to see you all. No mai haere mai. Laura, welcome to my house.
Ah, lovely to be here. First time you invited me around, actually.
Yeah, sorry, for years I've been meaning to do that, but finally here we are. Laura, how are you holding up?
Oh, good, actually. I've just been getting out and about, travelling around, I've been all over the place. Yeah, I've been to, New York.
Right.
Yeah, the Colosseum in Rome. I even went to Disneyland, which was, a dream come true for me.
Sorry, Laura, you misunderstood me. I mean, just what have you been up to, recently since lockdown?
Oh, recently. Post-2019.
These are old photos, Laura.
Recently, Hayley, not a lot.
Based on this video, Laura, not quite as exciting.
Nothing's fine, I'm This is how I feel.
Wow, you're really keeping up with your fitness there, Loz?
Yeah, really important for your mental health to just keep on top of the exercise, yeah.
Vaughan?
That exercise where you're holding the cat, and is that what they call a puss-up?
Yeah.
We all know Laura loves a good puss-up.
I call them pussy squats, but
Can I just say, they're not slimming, because I've been doing pussy squats for years. And they knock no weight off you.
Wow, guys, an absolute rearing start to the show. Well, Laura, great to see that you're staying active, even though you're not travelling around the world. Asadi, my friend, lovely to see you. How are you? How's lockdown?
It's going great. Everything's going great. I still really like my kids. My wife and I, our marriage is rock solid and not on the brink of divorce.
Great, good. I believe you.
I don't.
Me either.
I don't know why you wouldn't believe me.
He's putting it out there for the universe, and that's the key to making anything manifest itself.
I just want to inspire other people that you can get through life in lockdown undivorced.
Well, look, it's lovely to see you all, guys, but it is time to dive into some news. So kick the kids out, put the hands on your space bars, and let's get into it. The Prime Minister showed us another graph on Monday. What does it show, Rhys?
That the Beehive doesn't have an A2 printer?
Somewhat embarrassing. Yep, she struggled with that. Laura?
No, Hayley, that's the value of boomers' homes in the past 2 hours.
That is depressing, to say the least. Ursula?
That is her patience slowly running out with Judith's shit.
I don't believe she's made the graph for that. Pax?
That is a graph showing the rise in Delta cases, I would assume.
Shocking, isn't it, that that's the
Yeah,
answer, but you're 100% correct. How many cases we have in the Delta outbreak compared to what we would have if we hadn't moved to level 4? So we're doing all right. Judith Collins was being up front.
I would much rather be home with my family. I would much rather that.
She'd rather be home with her family than what, Laura?
Trying to win it all back on the pokies.
I don't think that is what she is talking about. Vaughan?
She's been self-deemed an essential worker, which means she had to travel from her home in Auckland to Wellington to sit in Parliament after she refused to do it virtually, even though since she's been in Wellington, she's been doing a whole lot of press virtually.
Yeah, there you go. Vaughan, you take the points. Tuesday morning was tough in QMU.
People in this area have had a very sleepless night.
Why have they had a sleepless night, Vaughan?
Yeah, raindrops kept falling on our head. Just like a guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Except they didn't stop and they kept coming and they were falling really fast and there was like an insane amount of rain and there was flooding.
We got there in the end, Vaughan. I'll give you 10 points. Yes, sudden flooding across West Auckland meant that many residents had to be evacuated. You got stuck in there, didn't you? Couldn't go to work?
Yeah, what a shame. But yeah, I got stuck. Literally every single road I could take to work has a bridge and they were all flooded.
How's it looking now? They cleared it quite quickly, didn't they?
Yeah, there wasn't like a man somewhere who pulled a plug and it all just ran away.
Yeah. There's not like a guy with a broom sweeping it into the drain.
That man is Jesus.
And praise be.
Moses would be better on flood control. He'd just be like, get those cars through, get those cars through, get those cars through.
Clark Gayford showed off a terrifying gift that was sent to Neve. What was it, Laura?
A death threat from a fish.
I don't think it was aimed at Neve.
Fish. Just a soppy piece of paper that says I'm going to come get you.
My name is Orange Ruffy. Your father killed by Ruffy. Prepare to die.
Unfortunately, not the gift Neve received. Rhys.
A taxidermied cat dog.
It wasn't a taxidermy cat dog. Almost as terrifying as that. Ursula?
No, it was a handmade doll with the Prime Minister's face sort of printed weirdly on it or painted on it. I couldn't figure it out. And Neve calls it Scary Mommy.
Yes, this is, and have a look at Scary Mommy and see what you think. If you think it's a bit scary.
Oh boy.
Woo! What a beautiful gift. Labour Minister Carmel Sepuloni was interrupted during a live TV interview this week by what? Rhys?
Bill that she booked for April 2019.
Finally! No, it wasn't a tradie, Pax.
Kanye West.
It wasn't Kanye.
Oh.
What? Him just bursting into the house?
He just burst in and was like, I know you an MP, but
I'm gonna let you finish, but
I can't think of any MPs.
no, Laura?
Her son, who, much like me, must get everyone's attention as soon as you find an unusual carrot.
It was her son who wanted to show her an unusual-looking carrot. Take a look.
Connector services with social services. Hang on a second, my son's just in the room. I'm doing it.
Unusual looking.
The speed at which she went and grabbed it was incredible. It was ninja-like. Give me that dick carrot.
Heading overseas, and it has been a hard week for US President Joe Biden. What has just fallen below 50%, Vaughan?
His chances of surviving the year?
No, these stats are not from his medical professional here. Laura?
Sperm count.
Probably. I think that's probably quite low. Rhys?
The battery on his Nokia 3360.
That's long gone. Ursula?
No, his popularity.
Yeah, his approval rating for the first time since he took the presidency. Scary news out of North Korea. They've appeared to restart what, Laura?
Their router?
Just flick it off, give it 5, back on. Not the router. Ursula?
No, the clippers. Look how tight that haircut is.
Tight.
Think bigger, something a little bit more serious.
He looks like the Fresh Prince, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He looks like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Like, finally, I'm like, that's something I can get behind. I can do that.
It's a good cut
Swaggy.
there. No, Vaughan, have you got the answer for me?
It's the nuclear or nuclear?
You're on the right path.
Yeah, the reactors, so they can start making those sweet bombs again.
Yeah, so they can make...
Oh, that's disappointing. I prefer wind or solar bombs.
Yeah, so much more.
So much more eco-friendly, those wind bombs.
Yeah.
We have a lot of wind bombs in our house. Moving right along. Prince William and Kate Middleton are rumoured to be moving house. Why? Rhys.
Prince Andrew's moved in next door and they've got young kids. It's not appropriate.
Not the reason they want to move. Ursula?
No, they're going to move to Windsor to be closer to the Queen.
They want to be closer to Nana Queenie. The points are yours, Ursula. It's time for a break, but we'll be right back with our first guest quizmasters, Ako Akinei.
On your marks, get set.
Put it in the bin.
You get in there like a seagull, you gotta go, "Arr."
He's some sort of Houdini.
He died.
This kind of fits in with today's scenario where
You killed my sister.
Stop. No, and don't.
How did you do sex?
mostly covered in mud.
Right at the end of the second, suck the eggs out.
5 times.
That's why we love it.
Wow.
koutou. Welcome back to Have You Been Paying Attention at Home? All right, guys, it's time to see if the lives of the rich and famous are more interesting than ours right now. This is showbiz. Hands on those buzzers. Lord revealed a difficult decision on the Late Late Show.
I did it because I felt like my brain wasn't working very well anymore. It was horribly difficult, hardest thing I've ever done.
What did she do, Pax?
She added "and saviour" to the end of her name.
Not quite the direction she's gone in here, Rhys.
No, it was a self-taught craniotomy.
Wow. That would be the hardest thing any of us will ever do. Not what she did, though, Laura.
She left Gloria Vale.
It certainly looks like it, but again, not what she was up to. Vaughan?
No, she left social media.
She did. She took a break from social media. The hardest thing she's ever had to do.
Wow.
Yeah, she didn't want attention for it either. That's why she went on television and wore those sunglasses.
Here's an odd sight out of a Chicago stadium. What is going on there, Ish?
That's a woman that put in a lot of time and effort in her look, and a man that put some wet wipes over his balls and showed up.
You're quite right, but I need a bit more info there, Rhys.
That was me going to a job interview. I thought it was fancy dress.
You just didn't hit the dress code there, Pax.
Is that Kanye and Kim recreating their wedding at his pre-album listening thing?
It is. Isn't that wild?
It's not wild. She's clearly willing to do anything to make their marriage work. I ain't saying she'll go dig it.
Vaughan?
So she's worth nearly $1 billion. He's worth multi-billion dollars, and she wore net curtains to her wedding.
Briscoe's is having a sale. What else are you going to do?
Don't judge fashion. I'm just glad that Yeezy is dropping a bridal line. It's good.
Los Angeles traffic was interrupted by this.
Wow.
Okay, what are we looking at there, Rhys?
I believe that's a costume place that doesn't want its mouse outfit back.
They've gone a weird way about it. Vaughan?
It's James Corden and the cast of the new Cinderella movie doing publicity for it.
Yes, they did a big flash mob. Now, this looks spooky. Ooh, what are we looking at there, Laura?
That was actually my first period back in Palmy.
Why was the guy whistling? I mean, I can see. Was it your dad because you got the same hat on? But...
That's how your dads announce it.
There's not the answer that I'm after here, Vaughan.
No, it's a new Jane Campion movie. It's the one that Benedict Cumberbatch and Kirsten Dunst were in New Zealand filming last year during lockdown.
I'm going to be a stickler. What's the name of the film?
I'm a Cowboy by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Laura, can you sweep in and take the points here?
I can. It's called The Power of the Dog.
Indeed, it is Power of the Dog. I believe it's the sequel to Marley and Me. It's time to welcome our guest quizmasters, two of the stars of Travel Guides Australia, Mark and Kathy Friend. Kia ora, welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
So lovely to have some friends from over in the ditch. Where are you guys?
We're in Newcastle in Australia.
Oh,
in
wow.
Lockdown.
I bet you've been in lockdown. How have you guys been coping? Because Australia's had it hard recently.
Well, we have, but I think everyone's staying positive, especially here in Newcastle and the Hunter region. But look, we can get through this, and we want to get through it because we still want to come back to New Zealand. We've only done 2 episodes there.
Of course. Well, you guys have been all over the world. You're heading into your 6th season, I believe.
Wow.
Did you say sex?
If it's your 6th season, that's not my business.
I'll send me your phone number, Hayley.
Now, Mark and Kathy, you guys, so you're heading into your 6th season. You've been all over the world, but of course, because of COVID, you guys have been out exploring your own backyard of Australia. How does that compare?
Well, to be honest, Australia is as good or better than anywhere else in the world because we have found some amazing places.
And like most people in Australia, we think, oh, let's go overseas. I mean, we were blown away in Series 1 when we went to New Zealand. I mean, how beautiful is Queenstown? And then to go back to Wanaka, I mean,
Mark,
you know, I'm
that's
just saying.
Australia.
I know. Well, it feels like Australians. They're like Australians, the Anzacs. Come on.
Well, it's pretty similar.
Beautiful places in Australia, and as soon as this borders open again, come over New Zealand and we'll come over to your place as well.
Oh, sounds good. Is that a welcome invitation? You got a couch for us to crash on?
Plenty, but you'll have to share it with the dog.
That's all right. I'm dog friendly.
She's had worse. She's had much worse.
Yeah, he's behind the camera. Rhys, you've got a question.
So you guys are in lockdown. Have you thought about opening up your marriage to the people next door?
Are you asking for yourself, Rhys, or for a friend?
I just thought it'd be a good chance for good neighbours to become good friends.
Oh, how dare you. Well, Kathy, I do want to share a clip from the show, a very interesting experience that you had in Byron Bay. Let's have a look at this.
Oh.
Relax.
How can I relax? I wouldn't recommend doing that. You'll fart.
It's okay to fart. You can relax your anus.
We're so proud of her too.
That was a very, very interesting massage, but I must say, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Do you mean the massage or relaxing your anus?
Both.
She let it rip, don't worry about it.
Oh, absolutely amazing having you guys on the show. Such a pleasure. Are you ready to ask our contestants our TV questions?
Oh, definitely.
Take it away.
Okay, the MasterChef finale saw a dramatic moment. Let's have a look.
Oh, Jesus.
What did the judges just see?
Rhys.
One of the contestants had a rat hidden underneath his hat that was doing all of the cooking.
Oh, cheating.
Cheating. It wasn't the case, though, Pax.
No, one of the contestants, I think, dropped their plate as they were trying to plate it up, and the food went on the ground?
Oh, I think that's pretty close.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I reckon, yeah.
10 points.
Yeah. Give it to your friend,
I love
Pat.
these guys. Yeah!
Yeah, that's right. Part of his dish dropped as he was plating up. Kathy, take it away.
Okay, TV star Antonia Preble is celebrating during lockdown. After she did what?
What did she do? Vaughan.
Had a successful day in lockdown without drinking alcohol.
That's not possible.
I know it's not possible. That's why she's celebrating. She's like, I did it. It never
Madness, Vaughan. You're making no sense. It's Ursula.
No, she gave birth to a second child.
Now, do you know the name?
I do. Augustus.
Augustus Benedict Musgrove.
Oh.
Wow.
I think she needs a drink.
Mark, hit us with our next question, please.
Okay, our daughter was making a checklist on travel guides. Let's have a look.
Scorpions, snakes, drinking your own urine, drinking coolant, dehydration, starvation.
What the bloody hell was she talking about?
Rhys.
All the diets I've tried.
Oh, no. Pax.
No, that's actually what she looks for in a man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just some snakes and some urine
Some
drinking.
scorpions.
Again, not on the card. Vaughan.
It's the list of things that can kill you in the outback, right?
Let's put it a little bit differently. The things that Victoria thinks are going to kill her.
The points go to you, Vaughan. Yeah, she was saying all the things that could kill you in the Red Centre of the Northern Territory of Australia. What an amazing place to visit, guys. You're very lucky to go there.
It's a place we've never been to before, and it was one of our best holidays.
Judging from what your daughter said, I'm never going to go.
Yeah. Now, we've got to take a short break, but you can catch Aussie travel guides on TVNZ On Demand. Kathy and Mark, thank you so much for joining us, and stay safe out there, guys. Haere rā.
Hey, you guys stay safe too.
Stay safe, our beautiful Kiwi friends. Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Kia ora anō e ho mā. Well, don't worry if your passport's expired, because you won't need it where we're going. It's a virtual trip around the world. Hands on buzzers. Here's an interesting sight out of Switzerland. What is going on there? Pax?
That's what I'm ordering from McDonald's as soon as we get out of lockdown.
Straight for the whole thing. Laura?
That's actually how you make steaks in the air fryer.
Not quite how an air fryer works, Ursula.
No, sick cows are being airlifted.
Yes, indeed. Injured cows are being helicoptered out of the mountains in the Closen Pass region in a rescue mission. Points are yours, Ursula. Here's some intense footage out of China. What are we looking at there, Pax?
A vegan farted.
I don't think that's quite what caused that. Laura?
They build great walls, but not so great towers.
I need a bit more info for the points here. Vaughan?
No, they rushed the building of these towers originally and they never ended up finishing them, and they want the space now, so they just blew them up.
Indeed. 15, in fact, unfinished buildings in China's Kunming region were demolished at the same time. The Dolce & Gabbana fashion show in Italy on Monday didn't end well. What happened, Pax?
They accidentally ripped off the tag so they couldn't return the dresses.
Oh, no! And they're expensive. Rhys?
God didn't like the new season's look, so he sent them a season of hail.
There you go. I don't know if it was God's review, but it was a hailstorm. Take a look.
Smashing.
The models are still walking, and those people are screaming.
Well, the models are still walking. They're such tiny targets. The hail just kind of went around them.
All right, moving along. Here's a dramatic story from the UK.
When the sun is shining and you've come to a McDonald's drive-through, this is the one thing you don't expect to happen.
Oh no, what happened, Vaughan?
Carjacked by the Hamburglar. Stealing hamburgers was a gateway crime. Now he's like robbing people. Get out of the car!
Robbing people at gunpoint. God, his journey has really evolved. Laura?
Nationwide shortage on milkshakes.
Yes, there was a nationwide milkshake shortage, and how are people handling it?
How do you feel?
Distraught.
Distraught?
Yep.
Distraught. All right, guys, it is time now for an individual challenge. Now, with record numbers of Kiwis getting vaccinated this week, we thought we'd bring back one of our favourite games, Failed Vaccine or Scandinavian Musician.
What?
Contestants, I'm going to give you a name, then it's your job to tell me whether that name belongs to a failed vaccine for COVID-19 or a musical act from Scandinavia. And we're going to start with you, Vaughan Smith. All right, Vaughan, you're a music man. Revertigo. Is that one of the many American vaccines to stop development in the early stages of the pandemic after it was only 18% effective? Or this two-piece from Sweden, a side project of singer Matt Levin, better known from the heavy metal band Candlemass?
Candlemass.
But you guys play that on ZM all the time.
All the time.
Top 40 radio?
All the time. Revertigo hasn't hit the mainstream yet, so we've been a little slow on that one. Immediately, I'm thinking you wouldn't name a vaccine after a possible side effect. Like, and Revertigo sounds like, you know, you're getting back to that vertigo you used to have.
But it could be more focusing on the revert side, reverting you back into your go-getting self.
Still, if it was, you can see why it only got 18% effectiveness, because it was named by morons. So I'm gonna go with the heavy metal band guy.
Let's find out. 10 points to you. Yes. Well done. Revertigo are a band indeed. Well done. All right, your turn now, Pax Asadi. Mm-hmm. The name I'm giving you is Soberana.
Oh, yep.
Soberana. Is that a vaccine out of Cuba? They've produced 100 million of these, but haven't sold any to overseas countries. Or this 15-year-old Norwegian singer, real name Han Mjorn, whose song Winter Splinter became the soundtrack to many a TikTok in 2020.
It's the vaccine. I actually got it in 2002.
So they gave you a COVID, these are all COVID-19 failed
Yeah, they
vaccines.
thought that they knew it was coming. They knew it was coming, and they were like, look, mate, you're gonna need this, and so I just took it, and I'm good to go.
All right, so you're 100% sure that Soberana is a vaccine. Let's find out. I don't know if your logic is correct, but you are correct.
It's true. It's exactly. I mean, why would I lie about that? Why would I lie about that?
Well done to you, Pax Asadi. You're up now, Laura Daniel. All right, the name I'm giving you, Bungavax. 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 Is that a vaccine that was initially being called Bang COVID, made in Bangladesh and currently awaiting monkey trials? Or this Icelandic death metal act who released 4 albums in 2020 and were nominated for Song of the Year at the Wimbrels, which are the Icelandic Music Awards? What do you think, Bungavax?
I'm going to go straight in with the Icelandic band because that is a sick band name. Bungavax. I would call it that.
Okay.
Like a Bungavax, like a vaccine in your arm, would see like, oh, don't get that. That's bung.
Yeah. Or banging in a vax into your arm. It feels a bit protesty.
Actually, you know what? That's actually maybe the vaccine that they want to use at mass vaccination sites. Bungavax. Bungavaxin. Yeah. I'm going to stick with the death metal band.
Okay. You believe that Bangavax is a death metal act from Iceland. Let's find out. It's a vaccine, Laura. It's in the name.
I'm
Hate to point out
sorry.
the obvious. It's called Bangavax. Next, we will head to the boudoir of Rhys Mathewson.
Welcome.
All right, Rhys, the name I'm giving you is Vartina. Is that a Swiss vaccine that initially got a lot of attention as it does not need to be kept in a refrigerator, but proved ineffective during human trials? Or this Finnish folk band who have been performing since 1991? The band currently consists of 3 female lead vocalists and 3 acoustic musicians. Vartina.
I mean, I love the idea of room temp vaccine.
Yeah.
Just feeling it warmly go into your body.
Oh, this is just absolutely tepid. Or is it what looks to be the most punishing band I've ever heard of in my entire life?
Folk band with 3 female vocalists.
I'm going to go with the Swedish folk band on the basis that the name has fucking umlauts.
All right, let's see if your umlauts lead you correctly. The musicians, indeed. 10 points to you.
Good.
And last, but of course never least, Ursula Castle, my friend, we come to you now. And the name I give you is Madrugada. Is that an early favourite Spanish vaccine that was discontinued after a side effect of excessive sleepiness was reported by 20% of trial recipients? Or this Norwegian alternative band known for their blues-inspired rock songs Beauty Proof and Look Away, Lucifer? Madrugada.
You know, Hayley, I want to paint a picture for you because you will not believe my luck in this. In 2005, at the Oslo Spectra, which is an indoor stadium, I went to a concert with Madrugada. One of my favourite songs of theirs is Majesty, and I know it's the band.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's just check to make sure you are correct.
No way.
I am.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you know the Norwegian alternative band Madrugada.
Yeah, because all this stuff is real sort of like things that didn't work out will make you sad. That's like just some of the lyrics. It's beautiful.
This is completely random, but absolutely amazing. And I give you 10 beautiful points for that correct answer.
Woo.
And now, guys, it is time for a break. We'll be right back with Sport Akuakine.
Boom. Cristiano Ronaldo has sent the footballing world into a frenzy.
How did he celebrate?
McDonald's and KFC.
After having it up both nostrils.
I'm still deeply disappointed.
Yeah, good on her, and her mum will be joining us.
It's kind of all touchy-feely. What happened?
They couldn't get enough of my saliva sample.
Holy shit, we did it.
What should change in your mind?
Respect us and acknowledge us as the captain.
You suck too.
That's my message to New Zealand tonight.
It's time to welcome our next guest quizmasters. They're the hosts of the brand new show, Jono and Ben Good Sports. Please welcome Jono and Ben. Are you there, guys?
Hayley, yes, indeed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do we do it like
the news presenters?
Better.
Absolutely incredible. Rhys, what's your take on that mask removal?
Oh, that was slick. Synchronised masks. We've got a new sport. So good.
Guys, it's so lovely to see you. I'm assuming you're in a bubble together?
Yes, we are in a bubble together.
We've been in a bubble for about 12 years.
And how's that going for you, Jono?
It's been okay, you know, like putting up with Jono. You're homeschooling, you know, like your schoolwork's going quite well. You know, it's quite tough to homeschool, but I've really been putting in the hard yards and I think it's coming along.
To be honest, any virus that I've had, he's caught anyway over the last 12 years, so...
Hey, very exciting. Jono Being Good Sports starts next Thursday. Tell us what it's all about.
We go on a quest to find, I guess, New Zealand's most unusual sports and the good sports that play it. And it's amazing. There's people that play Quidditch, there's people that do bathtub racing, lawnmower racing, robot battles. It's incredible what these people spend their time doing. It was awesome.
Absolutely amazing. Ursula, you buzzed in?
Yeah, hey boys. You know, because I go on your radio show and I've worked with you guys, I guess, a bit over the years, and I Googled you, and the very first thing that comes up is, where are they now? Jono and Ben, where are they now? So I'm stoked that you guys have this show, so because people are obviously worried about you, if that's what they ask.
I think that was actually a Google from both of us to find out whereabouts in life are we.
Now, of course, so you tried a whole bunch of these sports that are out there. Before you filmed this show, did either of you consider yourself athletes?
I actually thought I was better than I was, and after doing the show I realised I'm good at nothing, including television. I mean, it was fun to try them all, but I don't think we were good at any of them, to be honest.
Although, for some reason, I was abnormally good at barefoot water skiing.
Yes,
Wow. I found my calling. It's certainly not what we're doing now, but it's barefoot water skiing.
Now, this is the umpteenth project you guys have done together. You've had your own shows before, you're doing radio together. Did you learn anything that you didn't already know about each other during this show?
Yeah, Ben is a filthy cheat.
Really?
He's a filthy cheat wrapped up in a body of anxiety. It's an odd combination.
Yeah, let's just specify it's when it comes to sport for television, not in everyday life.
Not in his marriage.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it is so fantastic to have you on the show. Are you ready to ask our contestants our sports questions?
Let's get into it.
I think so. Will we be continuing to be mocked or not?
Probably, guys.
For
probably.
sure.
All right, we'll see if you can find that small ball pump in the back of the garage. This is sport. Jono and Ben, take it away.
Okay, guys, this was exciting for Aotearoa.
And something we noticed last night was world media were just lining up and they couldn't get enough of this family's sporting pedigree.
What's it all about?
Pax.
The top twins are becoming rowers.
They would kill it.
And they're incredible.
Jules and Linda would kill it. Ursula.
It is Lisa Adams. She won a gold medal and absolutely smashed it right out of the park.
Yeah, correct. She joined her siblings, Valerie and Stephen, in sporting success. There you go.
Oh, are they famous too, are they?
Yeah, a little bit. Jono, take it away.
All Black Adi Savia is celebrating.
To be able to tell mum and dad is huge.
What did he tell his mum and dad?
Rhys.
His neon password.
Vaughan.
He can finally say, I am the best Savia to his parents because he's the captain and Julian's not.
Yeah.
That's right. He was named as the stand-in captain for the remaining rugby championships in Australia.
Big news, big news.
Next question. The Black Fern Sevens have announced their new coach. Who is it?
Rhys.
Since last time I was on and Michaela Blyde threatened to beat me up, I know the answer. It is Corey Sweeney.
Hey, there we go. Well done. Corey Sweeney is correct.
Michaela Blyde did threaten to beat you up, didn't she?
Yeah. She put me in my place and I respect her for it.
You've been such a well-behaved boy since that moment, actually, Rhys, I do have to say.
Thank you. Has Rhys earned a bicky?
Yeah, Rhys has earned a wee bicky on behalf of Michaela.
Okay. It's been confirmed 2 new teams will join Super Rugby in 2022. What are the teams?
Vaughnie.
The under 85s and the golden oldies. And I mean, they're going to get smashed, but it's good to have a bit of fodder in the season.
Not quite the teams that are joining. Rhys.
Northland Bucket Bongs and the Invercargill Shade Bolts.
How long is this going to go on? Pax.
It's a Fijian team and a team representing the Pacific?
Yes.
Moana Pacifica or something like that?
Yeah, it's the Fijian Drua and the Moana Pacifica. Yeah, correct. Well done.
All right, boys, next question.
New Zealand Rugby have signed a new front of jersey sponsor. Who is that sponsor?
Pax.
Peaches and cream.
Oh, I don't think they're sponsored by Peaches and Cream, Rhys.
It was me, and I got it for a steal.
Wow. I don't believe it is just Rhys Mathewson. Vaughn?
Isn't it a French manufacturing company that no one's heard of? Like Alfred or Alfies or something.
What do you reckon, boys? Good enough?
It's Alltrad. It'll do, Vaughn. It'll do. Replacing AIG. Alltrad, a generic, vague manufacturing company from France.
Points are yours, Vaughn. Well done.
It's been a wild week at the Formula One Belgium Grand Prix.
I really hope the fans get their money back today.
So why does he think fans need their money back?
Ish.
Because his mum was driving the warm-up lap and she kept her indicator on the whole time. No one knew where it was going.
No, Mum wasn't on the lap there, Pax.
It rained out and they only got to watch like 4 hours of it because there was like crashes and it just didn't go well.
Yes, they had to wait in the rain for 4 hours and the race ended after 2 laps.
All right, to cricket now. And a player called Javo was back in the news this week. Why?
I love this story. Laura?
He stayed awake for a whole game.
Impossible. Absolutely impossible. He had to have a little nap in there somewhere. Rhys?
No, this is so good. It's a guy who doesn't play for India who's tried to sneak into the team for the second time.
Oh, Rhys, you're a little cherub. Well done, yes indeed. It's an Indian cricket fan who, for the second time, tried to pretend to be part of the team and walk back onto the field with them. Have a look.
Once security realised Javo wasn't actually an Indian player, they escorted him off the field, despite Javo's continued efforts to try and convince them he was, in fact, part of the team.
Yeah. See, he identifies strongly as a batsman. So.
I love he's just got the confidence to aggressively resist being pulled off the pitch as well.
He's like, I'm going to be on the crease soon.
Well, you can catch Jono and Ben Good Sports Thursdays, 8 p.m. on 2. Jono and Ben, thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, you too. Good to see you guys.
We'll be right back where our winner will be crowned. Sharon digging a massive hole. Kia ora anō e ho mā. Well, it's time to bring it on home with a round of rapid recall. Okay, hands on buzzers. Start that clock. Now, Kanye West is petitioning to change his name to what? Pax.
Steve.
Steve West? Not Steve. Ursula. Yeah, it's just Yee. Why Yee?
Both of you white people are wrong. It's yay.
Ursula, whether you said it right or not, you got the answer correct. Auckland libraries have decided to abolish all what? Vaughn?
Books. Turns out they were for nerds.
No, it's not books, Rhys.
Sexy librarians.
No, we're keeping them. They're all very sexy. Yeah. Ursula?
No, they're going to abolish all late fees because they won't take this as payment.
Yes, with over $500,000 in fees being written off. Very cool. Andrew Lloyd Webber's newest musical has finally had its opening night on the West End. What is the show, Vaughn?
It's Cats, but it's from the perspective of Gareth Morgan. It's a bloody affair. There's lots of howling.
Not the answer, but I'd pay a lot of money to see that. Pax.
Cinderella.
It is Cinderella.
Oh, it's fine to pronounce that wrong.
Bad news for our policemen who have beards. What has happened? Laura?
I'm ovulating. What Watch out. I'm ready to do some bad crimes.
Not the answer on the card here. Ursula.
They're going to have to do a Vaughan and trim that right back so the masks will fit.
Yeah, it's making the effectiveness of masks less. So they're going to either trim it or they're being removed from frontline work.
Since the police aren't allowed beards, I believe they're called shaved ham.
Moving right along, the Chinese government has banned people under 18 from doing what for more than 3 hours a week, Rhys?
I used to call it my special alone time.
Oh, okay. Not quite the answer I'm looking for. Vaughan.
No, it's playing video games, right?
Yeah. For less than 3 hours.
Now instead of saying I'm going to play video games and popping off for a wank, you say I'm going for a wank and you go and actually play video games.
Exactly how you get away with it. South Island's Shag River has been given a name change. What is it now called, Rhys?
Shagadelic, baby, yeah!
Shagadelic, baby, yeah, river. It's not the answer. Laura.
The Bonking Brook.
It's not the Bonking Brook, Pax.
It's called the Waihemo Shag River?
It is indeed. Officially changed by the New Zealand Geographic Board. Points are yours, Pax. A famous Kiwi turned 150 this week. Who was it, Rhys?
Michael Hill Jeweller.
He's not quite 150, Pax.
It was Sir Ernest Rutherford.
It was indeed. Happy 150th birthday.
Is he still alive?
No, he died in 1937. I reckon you're getting catfished, Hayley.
I think our writing team might have missed that news back in the 30s.
Clearly not been paying attention.
He did, yeah. Moving along. Big news for fans of the Beatles this week. What has just been announced? Laura.
Yoko's trying to split up 660.
How dare she get her claws into them. Rhys.
They're re-releasing Let It Be.
Yes, they are, containing unreleased tracks. Very exciting. Actor Michael Caine revealed in an interview that he spent 8 years trying not to do what? Laura?
Make a movie better than Miss Congeniality.
True. It's a flawless film.
Yeah.
Rhys?
I used to call it my special alone time.
No, it's not what he spent 8 years trying to do. Vaughan?
He tried not to blow the bloody doors off.
It wasn't blow the doors off, Laura.
I believe it was Blink after taking advice from an acting book.
Yeah, Laura, you've got an acting degree. Do you remember learning that at drama school?
Yeah, and I'm just going to flex that muscle and try not to blink for the rest of the record.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that, Laura. I'll give you bonus points if you can manage it. Good news for dog lovers this week. A new study has revealed that dogs love to see their humans do what? Laura, it's a bit terrifying, to be honest. Pax.
Vigorously lick their own taint.
Oh my God.
Aaron liked that one, I didn't. Laura.
It was a smile?
It is smile. The study showed that dogs are so responsive to human smiles that they may even ignore dangerous cues.
Okay, so that's beautiful, Hayley. Really beautiful.
I love that you're crying.
I'm working with the tears from not blinking.
Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro told religious leaders one of 3 things is going to happen to him in 2022. What are they? Laura?
Live, laugh, love.
Not love, Rhys.
Shag, marry, kill.
It's not shag, marry, kill either, Vaughan.
No, it's the political version of shag, marry, kill. It's get re-elected, get arrested, or get shot.
There you go. The points are yours, Vaughan. Absolutely terrifying, isn't it? Rihanna and A$AP Rocky are reportedly about to do what? Oh, I'm sorry, friends. That sound brings us to the end of the show. Let's check that final leaderboard. And the winner tonight is Vaughan Smith.
Yes!
Congratulations, Vaughan. You will win this tiny marching trophy from 1972, an absolute huge prize. Wow. Thank you all for playing tonight. We will leave you with this reminder of the need to pay attention when leaving a court case.
Brittany Bramble walks out of court a free woman. She can't see the relief on her face.
Thank you so much for joining us. We will be coming to you again next week from our houses. We'll see you then. All right, Aaron, it's band practice. A 3, 4.